Hi folks, it's Wesley, and today we're gonna have an intense English study session, getting a lot of vocabulary by reacting to Ariana Grande's speech on Vogue's channel. So, not to beat around the bush anymore, let's go straight to the point. Let's watch it a little bit.
Hi Vogue, it's Ariana Grande, and this is what's in my bag. It is a Loewe bag. As you can see, it's meant for business, for busy days. It can really hold a lot of stuff. The first thing is my phone, which I don't need at the moment. I have these earmuffs. When I'm walking around, they help me stay warm. I have a Ricola, they are all at they're all at the bottom of my bag, swimming around, you know the thing. But this is still here, so I'm glad because that's useful. This actually, I wouldn't normally have if I were singing. This is just because I'm under the weather. So I have a bunch of little lozenges in my bag. I have two different kinds of headphones because these are, oh, and a hair clip that was stuck to that one. This is how you know it's my real bag. No one gave me this today. They didn't set this up for me. It's a shit show. That's how you can tell. So these are great if you're approving a mix, or if you're traveling, or if you need, privacy. They have the noise cancellation, which is very helpful. And then I have these. I'm not an AirPods wireless person. I really like the wire. That's just my personal take. I have a pair of sunglasses for accessorizing when it's bright. The key to a good pair of sunglasses would be, I don't know, whatever makes you feel cutest. Finding the right shape for your face. I'm not like a believer in any sort of trend or telling people what to wear. So whatever makes you feel most beautiful. Little essential oils. I have lavender oil, which I love to travel with and I love to always have with me. I use this when I meditate. And if I'm ever out and about and I just need a little smell, it's kind of like a sense memory. It calms you down. So since I use it when I meditate, my brain responds to the smell and it's very good. It's calming and also just smells delicious. I love it.
Alright, so on this first part, we can see she's using a famous ready made sentence, a famous expression that is it's meant for. It's meant for. It's meant for is an expression to say that something was designed or planned for a specific purpose, person, or situation, or that something is destined to happen or be a certain way. But let's watch it. Let's see a little more.
Oh, it's Ariana Grande, and this is what's in my bag. It is a Loewe bag. As you can see, it's meant for business, for busy days. It can really hold a lot of stuff. The first thing is my phone, which I don't need at the moment. I have these earmuffs. When I'm walking around, they help me stay warm.
Okay, here she just goes on. The first thing is my phone, which I don't need at the moment. I have these earmuffs, you know, that thing to put on the ears. I have these earmuffs. I have these earmuffs when I'm walking around. They help me stay warm. Walking around means walking, moving on foot without a specific destination or purpose. You can use this phrasal verb when you're just walking to distress or you're just walking to have fun, for example. And stay warm is a common expression, especially in cold weather, that means to keep your body's temperature at a comfortable, warm level by wearing appropriate clothing or staying in a warm environment.
I don't need at the moment. I have these earmuffs. When I'm walking around, they help me stay warm. I have a Ricola, they are all at they're all at the bottom of my bag, swimming around, you know the thing. But this is still here, so I'm glad because that's useful.
And here she says, at the bottom of, at the bottom of. And at the bottom of can describe the physical of the lowest point of an object. We have the surface, for example, my pen is on the surface of my mug because it's at the top position. But if I'm talking about this paper, for example, this paper is at the bottom of my mug, the physical lowest point of an object. And also she's using the term swimming around. And also she's using the term swimming around. Swimming around here is being used figuratively to mean moving through something in a nameless or disorganized manner. Swimming around, like it's just moving like lost, you know what I mean?
I have a Ricola, they are all at the They're all at the bottom of my bag, swimming around, you know the thing. But this is still here, so I'm glad because that's useful. This actually, I wouldn't normally have if I were singing. This is just because I'm under the weather. So I have a bunch of little lozenges in my bag.
Here I have something curious to share if English is also your second language like mine. Because in this part, she's saying, this actually I wouldn't normally have if I were singing. We learn in grammar structure that we have to use was when I'm talking about myself, like I was happy, I was sad. So when there's if in the middle of the sentence, that people usually call it as if clause structure, the people usually use were. So she's just saying were because of if I were, and not I was, if I were. And also, she's using an expression that is to be under the weather. To be under the weather means a little ill or to be a little indisposed, a little sick, not feeling well. Let's watch a little more.
I wouldn't normally have if I were singing. This is just because I'm under the weather. So I have a bunch of little lozenges in my bag. I have two different kinds of headphones because these are, oh, and a hair clip that was stuck to that one. This is how you know it's my real bag.
Right. Here in this part, she says, I have two different kinds of headphones because these are, oh, and a hair clip that was stuck to that one. The term that one here is, she's just using it not to sound repetitive and say headphone again. So instead of saying, oh, and a hair clip that was stuck to this headphone, she has already used headphone in the beginning of her saying. So she's replacing it using that one not to sound repetitive, but that one in this case means headphone.
Because these are, oh, and a hair clip that was stuck to that one. This is how you know it's my real bag. No one gave me this today. They didn't set this up for me. It's a shit show. That's how you can tell. So these are great if you're approving a mix, or if you're traveling, or if you need, privacy. They have the noise cancellation, which is very helpful. And then I have these. I'm not an AirPods wireless person. I really like the wire. That's just my personal take.
Right. Here she's mentioning an important phrasal verb that people say all the time, set up or set up. And here in the context, she's saying set this up, set this up. Set up here means to place something in position, to organize something, set up. Other than set up, she's using also the term shit show. Shit show means a situation or event marked by chaos or controversy. Okay, in this part, just one observation, she says personal take, personal take. Personal take means your individual opinion, perspective, or interpretation of something. And besides, she's using the word just many times. Like in the sentence, that's just my personal take. Just in this context is a synonym of simply. It's simply my personal take. But native English speakers, they don't say simply, they prefer to use just instead of this word. All right, let's play the video. Let's see.
That's just my personal take. I have a pair of sunglasses for accessorizing when it's bright. The key to a good pair of sunglasses would be, I don't know, whatever makes you feel cutest. Finding the right shape for your face. I'm not like a believer in any sort of trend or telling people what to wear, so.
Okay, here, just a quick tip. She's using sort of. I'm not like a believer in any sort of trend, sort of trend. Sort of is a synonym of kind of. If you replace it with kind of, it's the same. I'm not like a believer in any kind of trend, or I'm not like a believer in any sort of trend. It's all the same.
Face. I'm not like a believer in any sort of trend or telling people what to wear, so whatever makes you feel most beautiful. Little essential oils. I have lavender oil, which I love to travel with and I love to always have with me. I use this when I meditate, and if I'm ever like out and about and I just like need a little smell, it's kind of like a sense memory. It calms you down. So since I use it when I meditate, my brain responds to the smell and it's very good. It's calming and also just smells delicious. I love it.
Here, there's an expression to be out and about. She says, and if I'm ever like out and about and I just like I need a little smell. In the context, she's using this expression to be out and about to mean to be active, doing things, to be away from home or work and to be doing multiple things, going multiple places. And calm down here is a phrasal verb that she's using that means to become less angry, less agitated or excited. And that's it. Let's see the end of this speech.
I use this when I meditate, and if I'm ever like out and about and I just like need a little smell, it's kind of like a sense memory. It calms you down. So since I use it when I meditate, my brain responds to the smell and it's very good. It's calming and also just smells delicious. I love it.
Now I challenge you. Let's see all the video again, focusing on the words, phrasal verbs, and expression that we've just studied before. And let's see how your English understanding is. Drop a comment down below if you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel to have more notifications on your phone of content like this.
Hi Vogue, it's Ariana Grande and this is what's in my bag. It is a Loewe bag. As you can see, it's meant for business, you know, for busy days. It can really hold a lot of stuff. The first thing is my phone, which I don't need at the moment. I have these earmuffs. When I'm walking around, they help me stay warm. I have a Ricola, they are all at the, they're all at the bottom of my bag, swimming around, you know the thing. But this is still here, so I'm glad because that's useful. This actually, I wouldn't normally have if I were singing. This is just because I'm under the weather. So I have a bunch of little lozenges in my bag. I have 2 different kinds of headphones because these are, you know, and a hair clip that was stuck to that one. This is how you know it's my real bag. No one gave me this today. They didn't set this up for me. It's a shit show. That's how you can tell. So these are great if you're approving a mix or if you're traveling or if you need, you know, privacy. They have the noise cancellation, which is very helpful. And then I have these. I'm not an AirPods wireless person. I really like the wire. That's just my personal take. I have a pair of sunglasses for accessorizing when it's bright. The key to a good pair of sunglasses would be, I don't know, whatever makes you feel cutest, finding the right shape for your face. I'm not like a believer in any sort of trend or telling people what to wear. So whatever makes you feel most beautiful. Little essential oils. I have lavender oil, which I love to travel with and I love to always have with me. I use this when I meditate. And if I'm ever like out and about and I just like need a little smell, it's kind of like a sense memory. It calms you down. So since I use it when I meditate, my brain responds to the smell and it's very good. It's calming and also just smells delicious. I love it.
If you enjoyed this video and you feel your English is getting better, I'm popping a new video right here so you can practice your English more and more with me. And if you're not a member of this channel, click on my cartoon to subscribe and get more notifications of videos like that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, see you in the next episode.